These are Cheetos Twisted, Sweet and Spicy, Flamin' Hot Corn Puffs. They cost £1.50. What do they taste like? Let's find out. Well, the question I had in my mind is, are they going to be more like a traditional What's It or a What's It Crunchy? And they are just like a traditional What's It. Now, I have done this exact flavour in the Walker's Crunchy. Now, the Walker's What's It Crunchy. Now, Cheetos and What's It's are owned by the same company. What's It's, I've got to get this right. What's It's, previously made by Golden Wonder, were bought out by Walker's. I have covered this in a review at some point. But Walker's bought out Golden Wonder, or bought the rights to What's It's, I don't know when it was, a while back, and Cheetos are owned by Lay's, and they're both owned by PepsiCo. So effectively they're owned by the same company, hence why you got that exact same flavour on these. Because once upon a time, Cheetos, when they were owned by different companies, they did go up against one another in Britain, and Cheetos just couldn't. I think Cheetos failed miserably. They just couldn't make an impression because What's It's dominated the market. So I've never had Cheetos before in any form, and I was wondering, are these just going to be a What's It? And they pretty much are. Yeah. Nice. Right. So, you've got a bit of heat here, but with that sweet and spicy flavouring, it just takes that any edges it might have had completely away. Because I don't like stuff too hot. These are a lovely flavour. The sort of crisps or corn puffs you'd struggle to put down once you open the bag. Right. So what have we got on here? Cheetos Twisted Sweet and Spicy Flamin' Hot Flavour Corn Puffs. No artificial preservatives. There is the traffic lights. Made of corn, not fried. No artificial preservatives. Have you tried Cheetos Puffs? Now, I would imagine they are just like a traditional What's It, I would think. Right, there is the ingredients. And there is the nutritionals. So we've got 110 grams here. How much? So it was £1.50, but in Tesco's at the time of filming, you can pick these up for £1.35 with a club card, which is a bit more like it. Now, like I said, I have reviewed the Wotsits Crunchy in this flavour. Lovely. I love them Wotsits Crunchy. The texture of them, really good. Right, valuation. I think 150 is slightly too much for these. I don't know. Yeah, I think they're just a little bit over what I'd value these 150, because you are only getting 110 grams. I would put these at the club card price, 135. But it's going to score strong at that because they are good. You can't go wrong with a Wotsits, or if you're American, a Cheetos. You just can't go wrong with them. Kids, that's probably one of the first crisps we give kids, you know. They're sucking on them when they're like 18 months old, before they've even got teeth. A year old, they're sucking on them, aren't they? So you can't go wrong with them, and you just grow up eating them. So for me, valuation, I would put them at about 135, but I don't think I'd grudge paying 150. I wouldn't. But I think a more realistic price is 135 there. Score. Now, I scored the Wotsits Crunchy, and that was a 140 gram bag, and they were valued, or they were £2.25, too much money, and I scored that 7.9 at £2.25, but the club card price of that at the time when I reviewed it was £1.50, and I scored that a 9. Now that £1.50, because you were getting 140 grams with that, sort of brings this sort of in line with it, because you're only getting 110 for £1.35, so it's quite equivalent there. But would I prefer this over the Crunchy? No, I would prefer to have the Crunchy. So I'm going to score this just a little bit down on the Wotsits Crunchy. And I think I'd score this at about 8.7 for 135 and probably about 8.2 for 150. But yeah, that is a solid product. That's a good shape, the sort of shape kids, my little old granddaughter loved wine. Maybe not this flavour, but that shape, she'd love to get stuck into these. Not bad. I really must see if I can get older some what's it? Cheetos Puffs, but the cheese flavour. I might even have to do a side by side between the Wotsits and these and just see if they have tried to make them a little bit different. Maybe go through the ingredients and have a look, see what the difference is. They've got to put a little bit of difference between them, haven't they? Or have they? Right guys, who's tried these? What do you think of them? What would you value them at? And what would you give them a score of? Right, there we are guys. That is another Nighttime Nibbles food review. Thanks for watching, and I hope you join me and this one here, Boo Boo the Custard Kid, again soon on another video. Take care guys. Right, here we go, Boo Boo. We've got Bob over there. Oh dear, he's not on his rubber matting. I don't think he's got to be able to get up. Can you get up, my man? I don't think he can get up. He has to, he can't get a grip on tiled floors now, poor old Bob. So I've got rubber matting everywhere to try and give him a helping hand, and he occasionally plonked himself down off the rubber matting. Hey, Boo, you got a bit of Flamin' hot flavour there. Right, we'll give Bob one in a minute. Cheers guys, bonjour.